going to go with turkey and Christmas tree. The smell of Thanksgiving, the food, the family that comes. Everybody has their own scent, their own cologne, their own perfume that you know. Oh, that's my grandma, or oh, that's my mother-in-law, my mom. They all have their own smells, and I'm thankful for that. Um, then it asks you something God has done, to write down something God has done that you haven't thought about in a long time. And if you're going along with this with me, then I think I have to pause again. No, I don't. Sorry, I thought that was another interruption, but no. Um, sorry, things to be thankful for that you haven't thought about in a long time. And for me, my C-sections. I had 5 C-sections, no complications, no problems, great healing. Um, and I guess you would take that for granted because you didn't have it. I didn't have it hard. I mean, the healing from a C-section is hard enough, but it was an easy healing. No setbacks, no problems. Um, my house. We always, you know, we prayed for a house. We got our house. And when you're in your house after so many years, oh, I want new floors, or oh, I want new, whatever it might be, curtains, couches. Instead of being thankful for what we have, it's always, I want or I need. I got to remember to step back and just say, thank you, God, for giving me the couch, even though it might have a hole now because we've had it for so many years. Or thank you for my dogs who I complain about sometimes because I have to pick up their pee or poop, but yet I asked for my dogs. So just little things like that. And then, I'm just gonna scrimmage through my notes. God warned the nation of Israel to not forget what he had done for them, yet they do. How often do we forget? When God works his miracles in our life, how often down the line do we forget? And I bet you if you think about it, it's quite often. It's more often than not that we forget the little things, that little prayer that you asked for that you got and you said, oh, thank you, God. And then a year later, you completely forgot about it instead of saying thank you again and continuously being grateful for it. When God works his miracles in our life, how often down the line do we forget? Places I often complain about would be my house being too small for us. Yet, I should be thankful that I have a house that suits all of us just right. Sorry, I had an interruption. My van, how I complain now that it's still not big enough for a family of 7. And yet, before we had our van, we had an SUV that was not big enough for our family of 7, which is why we had to get the van. And I forget how in love and happy I was when we got our van because it was perfect for our family of 7. So I have to draw myself back. And doing this one really made me think of all these things again. Like, wow, instead of complaining that, oh my gosh, it's so small, we need something bigger. I need one of those tall vans that you can't go through the parking stalls with. You have to park out on the street, which if I got one of those, then I'd have to complain about parking on the street, not being able to go in the thing. So, little things like that. I have to remember to pull back and say, thank you, God, for what I have now. So I just wrote, when we have airplane, always an interruption here. So I just wrote, when we have everything we asked for is when we tend to forget the goodness, his goodness. And for me personally, I have to remember. Doing little things like this really helps me remember and practice mindful thinking. The making it home yesterday. was a blessing. Making it home today from dropping my kids off to school was a blessing. It tells us on day 2 to place symbols around the house to remind us of God's faithfulness. So if you have to place a picture of yourself, if you were in the hospital, place it, look at it. Thank you, Lord, that I'm here alive today. If you had a baby and it was complicated, just any little thing, even if it's something that was amazing. I can't think of anything right now, but God's done a lot of amazing things in my life. But something amazing, tape it up, remind yourself to pray and say thank you to God every single day. Every day. And that's what this day was about. Filled to forgetfulness. Don't forget the things that God has done for us. The littlest things, itty bitty little things that don't seem like anything, but they really are big things. So I got a lot out of this. Other than that, that's it for day 2. I'm getting cold. It's very cold out here. So I will, there goes another plane. Living next to an airport. So much fun. Yeah, so Sense of Wonder from Our Daily Bread. And it's, again, written by Hannah Opliger and Amanda Luduki. Still can't pronounce the name, but that's the book. And I'm going to go record a video for day 3. And then I'm going to record the video for day 4. Have a good night, guys.